There's barely enough mana to combo, but again, he doesn't have any boots yet. And with these steam boots on Vindicator, it's going to be very, very hard for Pebbles to line up any sort of stun. You know, he doesn't have any levels in his ult yet, obviously, so the range on Stalagmites just isn't high enough. But if Bubbles is able to get an ult here, it could actually be really important. It could be a really great move. He misses his first skill. He gets a silence, does like 5 damage to Vindicator. Vindicator's just going to run away, probably. I don't know if Pebbles will be able to catch up to him enough. He uses his ult, but he does... Oh, yep, he's going to get a combo right here, and this should be a kill on Vindicator, hopefully. And just barely. So a little bit sloppy by Vindicator right there. He probably could have just eaten the stun and ran and tried and gotten away, but he chose to go that route, and he paid for it. So we are seeing Malkin go in here. They are going to try and get this kill on Magnus. You see that instant miniaturize is so important when you're trying to kill Magnus, because he has no time to try and, you know, invis or stun out. And oh, he is going to just barely live. No, I guess Myrmidon has something to say about that. And they're going to get a double kill on this Puppet Master. You just see the power of this Malakin. He's such a powerful hero. Once he starts getting these skills in, especially with somebody like Witchslayer and Myrmidon, who are able to just push out so much disables between the two of them and get a ton of time to attack and line up the sword throws, and they do get a double kill onto that Puppet Master. You know, you have to wonder why they didn't run Malakin in the second game. It wasn't banned. They had a perfect opportunity. Obviously, they've played it once or twice before because they were playing just fantastic on this Malakin. I really like seeing this. I hope we see Malakin in more games because he is really legitimately quite a powerful hero. It does look like they're just going to TP back here. Will they try and get a nice kill on this Malakin? He's getting fairly beefy. To finish power supply, that's probably not too bad. He wants to clear up some inventory space, but you know, he should be using that. He does have 740 gold right now, so he could buy part of his steam boots if he wanted, or you know, at least use the courier to bring over the plus strength, which will help him survive ganks a little bit more as well. We do have Pebbles continuing to struggle here in mid. Hopefully he'll just be getting Striders and just, you know, use it to gank and just ignore Vindicator. And don't go anywhere near Vindicator. You see he just chucks just to get rid of the dot. Vindicator, now he has that really aggressive positioning. He could have had this a lot earlier in the game, to be honest with you, but he does finally have the super aggressive positioning that's forcing Pebbles to just be basically a non-factor. We don't have any rune vision from the Legion team right now, so he actually went to the wrong one, and that's going to be a pretty big deal because Pebbles with a regen rune can do quite a bit of ganking. He's actually going to walk back to base, and Vindicator is going to get this regeneration rune. And yeah, but Bubbles has been doing a really good job moving around. Valkyrie's just kind of staying here in lane farming. Does finally have a max on the call of the Valkyrie. I'll be interested to see when she gets her ultimate. Probably next level, because it's going to be really, really effective at stopping these ganks from the Legion team. You know, get her teammates out of there quite safely. Because you've seen a lot of times where her teammates almost get out of there, but they get caught at the last minute by auto attacks or charges or whatever. And Valkyrie's ult will do a lot to minimize those situations that happen. As far as wards, we have the Hellboard team just has this one right here, and that is the only, there's a word of revelation right here, and that's it. Not a ton of wards right now in this game. I think the supports are kind of focusing on getting items at this point. I don't necessarily agree with that, but, you know, there are worse things in the world. Myrmidon does have several wards on him. Ooh, they are going to charge right here on this Magnus. You just see Magnus just melting. We've seen some fairly weird positioning by Magnus in the last couple of games. Last game, of course, it was by tanks from real life. This game, the Legion team ELMO having the same problems. So I'm definitely looking to see them clean up their positioning a little bit on that Magnus, realizing that yes, they can burst you down quite quickly before you can steam bath or stun away, and you kind of got to be a little bit more conservative with it. He is level 5, so he does have level 3 stun, which gives him quite a bit of distance. You know, you don't have to be quite that in their face to get the stun off in general. They're going to look here to get a kill onto this Malkin. Ooh, Witchslayer gets a stun on all 3 heroes. That's going to give him quite a bit of time. Hopefully he'll be able to get his ult off right there. He's going to put out a ton of damage. Probably could actually just go ahead and go onto this Torturer at this point. Ooh, Witchslayer for the really nice ult just picks off Torturer right away. And they are going to go ahead and try and get a pick off on this Puppet Master again. If Puppet Master dies again here, it's going to be a really bad deal. 5-second arrow on Pebbles, but will Valkyrie really be able to do much follow-up here? Will they be able to pick off the Magnus as well? He's playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie, but Bubbles is right here. And looks like he will get the pick off, and Valkyrie probably just needs to leave at this point. Yeah, Pebbles does actually miss the stun, which is Unfortunate, but at least they did get quite a lot of kills out of that. The Legion team is just doing work right now. This Malkin tri-lane is so strong. The Disablers are doing a really great job hitting their spells, and Bubbles is doing a great job roaming around, forcing Valkyrie to really not just sit there and farm that top lane anymore, because it's too much for this tri-lane to deal with. Vindicator is kind of, sitting here right in the middle. He's going to be able to get this tower kill in a reasonable time frame, unless they actually manage to get in here. They get to Nanai. Will they be able to get a slow on this as soon as her ult runs out? They are TPing. Magnus is TPing in. Will he be able to dodge it? He does go for the ult on Magnus. This is kind of a iffy choice right there. You can see that it didn't really quite do enough, but they do manage to get the pickoff on the Malikan, which is quite important at this point in the game. Witch Slayer again going for Steam Boots. It's not a bad pickup. He's got pretty decent farm this game, but you do want to see more warding, which the Legion team actually has picked up quite a bit. They have this traditional ward, which gives you a lot of vision. It does give you the ward vision as well, the rune vision as well, and this one which guards the jungle. We do say, I wonder if this kind of ward should have vision of this. Maybe they're just waiting to clean it up. Yeah, there he goes. He just wanted the Torchbearer to walk by first. So really great counter. That was a fairly new ward that was put down, and got countered quite effectively. Counter wards are really good, guys. Use more counter wards. I know you counter wards sometimes. Just use more. Use like twice as many. And if you use 0, use like way more than twice as many. Use 10 plus twice as many. Wait, what? Anyway, we do have a lot of action there. Moving towards top. For the first time in the game, we're kind of seeing them roam up to this top. Valkyrie trying to farm. Will Myrmidon, no, they're actually not going to initiate too hard on him. They do have Vindicator teaming up here. He'll be able to stop the pressure quite effectively. Looks like he's going to go for an Astrolabe, and Valkyrie just kind of leaping out of there. Arrow missing. Angle wasn't quite that good. It should have been pretty obvious that they were just going to run by that. Should have aimed for it a little bit more down here. And Pebbles is going to try and burst on this Vindicator, but it looks like they had a little bit of miscommunication because, once again, they weren't focusing on the same target. And again, Pebbles isn't using his chuck as effectively as he could. He just chucked him straight up in the air. You can actually target something else and put Vindicator into a worse spot than just kind of throwing him up in the air and hoping he dies, We see Torturer going towards the mid. And Myrmidon will have to run back to base. So they might be able to get a decent push on here. Does Torturer have... Yeah, he has level 3 Impalement. So they would be able to push the tower quite effectively if they chose to do that. But it looks like at this point they're actually not going to do that. Torturer is kind of walking around warding. He does have 4 more wards on him after putting one down, as well as another counter ward. So he has quite a bit of a ward saved up, and they should get a big boost of vision right here. He wants to be careful not to use too many so that they don't have a period of, blackout, but... Definitely good to put those wards down whenever you can. Pebbles is, at this point, he's saying, okay, I need my portal key. I'm going to farm the waves with my abilities, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Magnus does pick up his Striders. Really great item on him. Lets him get in good positions early in the fights. Malikan does have his Steam Boots and his Helm of the Victim done. He should have Whispering Helm done fairly soon. Let's see, where is he at? He is at 300 gold, so he's got about 600 gold to go until he has his Whispering Helm done. Oh, we do see a kill up here on top onto that, no, that's not Bubbles. That's Bubbles dying right here. Ooh, will he be able to get out? Val cancels the TP to try to get the kill. Oh, very nice play by Pebbles, and he gets a double kill right there. That's fantastic for him. It's exactly what he needed. We have a 16-5 kill score for the Legion team right now. They are playing fantastic. They've managed to overcome the kind of struggles that Pebbles had early in the game. I think that if the Legion team weren't doing so well, the Pebbles would kind of be a non-factor right now. He does pick up his portal key. That is huge, as you might imagine. Puppet Master's level 7. He's going to go eat up Puppet Master, I feel. He's going to... Once he has the mana and the cooldowns, he'll just stalk this Puppet Master non-stop and just pick him off over and over again. Puppet Master has no way of surviving that. We do some action right here on the Malikan by the Torturer. Witch Slayer is right here. They're probably just going to kill Torturer, yeah. You have to feel like, are you going to be able to burst down this Malikan right now? You see, even with the Puppet Master's ult, it doesn't bring him down enough. They just don't have enough damage. If they had chosen to at least go on Witch Slayer, and try and get a kill out of it, that would be a good idea. But, trying to pick off this Malikan with 2 people just is not going to happen right now. We just see a ward by Hellborn right here. That's kind of an interesting ward. It gives a lot of vision of the tower, kind of that anti-TP ward. And We see, Pebbles using that portal key right away, turn the tides of the battle. This is the point of the game where playing a Pebbles player is just fantastic because you have the portal key. They have a ton of low HP heroes. I mean, just look at their heroes. If Vindicator isn't there, the hero will die. And we just see some action come down here on bot. He does get picked off. Valkyrie hits a 2.5-second arrow, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This Bubble still have his ultimate. Vindicator using his ultimate right there. And so Pebbles looks like he's just going to go ahead and clean up this, try and push the tower. Malkin misses a sword throw, and Myrmidon actually hits a really nice cup field, but it's not going to be enough. Malkin does get hit by the Sage's Lore. Uses his ultimate to get it off so he can farm a little bit more. And that's fine. That's not too long of a cooldown. It's about a minute and a half. It's not too bad. He just clear out this triple stack creep camp, so he did actually have a legitimate reason to go ahead and use that ultimate. Lets him farm this extremely quickly. Really great job stacking this by the Legion team. They're doing a really good job of making sure that they stay ahead now that they've gotten ahead, It's be a pretty brutal camp. You got lots of Catman champions, but that healing from Malkin is pretty powerful. I would expect a Kelp field maybe, just to kind of help him out. And we're seeing right here, he got the Whispering Helm, and so immediately he gets a creep, and he's going to go start stacking this. We saw this in the first game. Tanks had Malkin, and Elmo had Puppet Master, and they both had Whispering Helms, and Malkin was using his stack, and Puppet Master was not. And it ended up being a fairly big deal, because Puppet Master just was not getting good farm. Just like this game, we look at Puppet Master stats. He's got 153 gold per minute compared to Malkin's 252 with Bubbles 281. Even Pebbles has gotten back up to 238. It's really great. You see Vindicator's gold per minute is about 200. It's just not enough. The gold per minute is just not in their favor. They're 7,000 gold behind, about 20 minutes in the game. That's fairly significant. And we just see Magnus in kind of a dangerous position here. They do hit an arrow on a creep, which is not going to do too much for him. They're leaping and using cooldowns. Myrmidon's going to go down here. I'm not really sure why he didn't just run straight down. He probably would have been okay. But that's a good pickoff for the Hellborn team. They need a lot of pickoffs like that right now if they want to try and get back into this game. They need to get a lot of kills on Puppet Master, to be honest with you. I don't think that just lane farming is going to be effective enough for him. Kind of catch up to Malkin. It's just not going to be enough. Legion do get a tower top. Pebbles should be looking to move around a lot. He should be TPing the bot right now. It is down for about 20 seconds. And they use a lot of cooldowns to try and kill this Witch Slayer, and it's not really happening for him. Will they turn around? Bubbles is here, and he does have his portal key, so his initiation is quite strong. Magnus in a bit of a dangerous spot right now, but Witch Slayer is not here yet for the... he is. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So he can't quite effectively CC this Magnus and just burst him down. He only has 900 HP. Look for... there it is, right there. We'll see Witch Slayer follow up as well. We're here for the Hellborn team. The Legion team just not initiating with their bubbles. Malkin coming in here, I expect an ult right now. I should be able to clean up quite well with it. And Vindicator almost certainly going to go down with this Myrmidon. And there you go. So Malkin gets another pick off. It actually does go to purple bubbles, but that's fine. Malkin is just getting a ton of kills. And the Hellborn team is continuing to go in on this. I don't know if that's a great idea. Magnus ults, but he doesn't know how to stun. Like, you don't need to use your mana for that early in the game. They should be able to get a nice tower push here if they so choose. Yeah, you can see Malkin just eating up the creeps. And Malkin's pretty soon here. He's going to start working towards his shrunken head. We saw that last game where, he was on the cusp. He was like 2,000 gold, and then suddenly they started winning all these team fights. And he got it pretty quickly, so I would look to see that happening pretty quick. Next time his ult's up in about a minute, he'll have a triple stack of the Ancients, and he can probably go clean that up as well. That's going to be a huge gold boost for him. They're doing really well, focusing a lot of gold farm onto this Malkin at this point in the game. And, you have to say that Bubbles has been playing fantastic as well, really doing a good job kind of moving around, controlling the game. And there were points where the Hellborn team could have gained momentum, but Bubbles tended to move around at those points and really stop them from doing too much to stop them. Alright, I will be right back. I do just have to step out for just a second. I will edit in some fancy music here for you to enjoy. Be right back. I am back. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. I'm back just in